That sound was engineered before a single part was machined.
Hundreds of parts powdy, and not one of them is optional. Even the parts you never see are machined, fitted, and measured.
This is where aluminium, steel, and iron become the thing that moves a car.
The engine block starts as molten aluminium, liquid metal at 700 degrees.
The metal fills a mold shaped as the exact negative of the block, every passage, every bore, every mount. When the mold opens, the block exists for the first time, rough but recognizable.
Excess metal is trimmed. Shot blasting cleans the surface to bare aluminium.
The cylinder head is cast separately, more complex, with ports and chambers that shape how the engine breathes.
At this stage, nothing is precise. Every surface that matters still has to be machined. The first cut is the deck, the surface that has to be flat within thousandths of a millimeter.
Each cylinder bore is cut to a finish smoother than the piston that will run inside it.
All bearing bores are cut in one pass, so the crankshaft sits perfectly straight.
Oil channels are drilled deep into the block, the arteries that keep the engine alive.
Bolt holes, gasket faces, and mounts to helix, all machined in one setup so nothing shifts between operations. The head gets the same treatment, chambers, valve seats, and cam bores all cut to final size.
After machining, a probe checks every critical dimension cytry and logs every number.
A bore 2/100ths of a millimeter out of spec ordnance, and the block does not continue.
The crankshaft converts piston force into rotation. It is the most stressed single part in the engine.
Every crankshaft is balanced to trafe, because at high RPM, even a gram of imbalance becomes destructive vibration.
Bearing shells line every journal seat compels, the thin layer of metal that the crankshaft actually spins against.
The crankshaft drops in, and the main caps are torqued in sequence to clamp it evenly.
It has to spin free. Any tight spot means a bearing is wrong.
Each piston is matched to its bore, and the clearance between them is measured in microns.
Rings are fitted and their gaps checked. Too tight and they seize, too loose and compression leaks.
The piston slides into the bore peshes, the rings compressing as it enters.
The rod is bolted to the crank kangin, and the piston moves for the first time.
All pistons in. The crank turns. For the first time, the engine has internal motion. The oil pump and pan go on tweed, sealing the bottom of the engine. Valves are loaded with springs and locked keys, each one controlling a port into the combustion chamber.
The camshaft sits above the valves. Its lobe shapes control the engine's breathing rhythm.
The head gasket seals combustion, oil, and coolant between block and head. The head bolts are torqued in sequence, multiple passes, each tighter than the last. The timing chain connects crank to cam, but can't. If the marks are off by one tooth, the engine destroys itself. The intake system goes on, stake, manifold, injectors, and throttle body. The exhaust manifold bolts on, and if the engine is turbocharged, the turbo mounts here. Accessories mount to the front, alternator, compressor, pump, all driven by one belt, and the wiring harness plugs into every sensor, injector, and coil through coils, the engine's nervous system. Oil and coolant are filled. The engine is now a sealed, fluid-carrying system. Before it ever fires, the engine is spun externally. Oil pressure, compression, and timing all measured. If compression is uneven or oil pressure is low, the engine stops here.
Now the engine enters the hot test cell, where it runs for the first time. First combustion. The engine fires and finds its idle.
The dyno loads the engine through its full range, mean, torque and power measured at every point. Every temperature, pressure, and consumption figure is monitored in real time.
When the cell goes quiet tire, and the numbers are right-timed, the engine is approved.
After testing, the engine is inspected one more time. Leaks, loose bolts, and surface finish.
Every engine gets a serial code, linking it to every measurement and test result from its build. Ports are capped. The engine is strapped to its cradle, ready for the vehicle assembly plant.
When it leaves, the engine carries a complete record of every step that built it.
At the vehicle plant, the engine disappears under a hood pipe ache and stays there for years.
The driver will never see what built that response. They will only feel it.
Cast, machined, assembled, tested, and fired. Hundreds of parts, thousands of measurements, and one standard, it runs exactly as it was. What surprised you most? Tell us in the comments. Next on Process Pulse Factory, another machine built with hidden precision.
Process Pulse Factory. Subscribe for the next build.